think you're supposed to have those little countdown buttons, aren't you, when you start on this? But hey, let's just dive straight in. David Poole here, normally doing Walking with David, but today we are doing Sitting Down Comfortably with David because it's a bit cold and chilly outside. Today, we are discussing how to make a ton load of money from online masterminds. And it's a lot easier than you might imagine. I mean, fantastically easy to make a mastermind. And what I'm going to do today is to share with you how you can put your own mastermind together. Now, there are a few limitations when I share this with you, because of course I'll be going through like a step-by-step sort of process to help you put this together. And of course, you're going to have your own questions from your own point of view, and that's going to change things slightly. So just bear with me. But what you will do through this is find out how you can make $40,000 a month from a mastermind. Now you might be thinking, holy crap, David, $40,000 a month. That's a serious amount of change. And yeah, it is. But you don't aim high, then you're not going to get high. But let's just put money to one side. I'm going to share with you why masterminds are one of the easiest ways for you to go out there and bring the cash in. Now, if you've got any comments, feel free to drop them below. I will answer them later on. I'm broadcasting out to Facebook, YouTube, and LinkedIn. I'm not looking to manage all three of those areas. So masterminds. Let's get into them and let's talk about the money aspect of this. I don't really want to talk about serving people and what have you not. Serving people is a fantastic way, but masterminds are a wonderful thing for you to create communities. And wherever you see your success from today and here and into the future, the success is communities, whether you're running a $1 a day community on WhatsApp or whether you are bringing together in a mastermind. They are the secrets of your success. Why? Because when you deliver fantastic results and they're all clamoring to the top, what happens is your clients get into a position where they can't stop talking about you. They can't stop referring you. And that's where we really want to be. So community-based sort of a business setup here really supports your growth. Now, there's nothing wrong when you're in the coaching world to do one-to-one coaching, and I do one-to-one coaching, and that's great when it is required. But in terms to be able to amplify and to exaggerate your marketing resources, you can't beat a community, whether it's like a $1 a day, $2 a day, open source or WhatsApp group, or something like Mastermind. Now, when it comes to masterminds, there are a lot of preconceptions with masterminds. Some people think it's just a group of people coming together and you're leading it and you're doing a whole session for 1 hour. Now, if you want that to be your version of a mastermind, you go for it. It's not my version of a mastermind. My version of a mastermind is a lot different to that, and it gives me far more advantages, which I'll come into. Now, I can't remember who first did the mastermind. I think it's either Napoleon Hill or Dale Carnegie. And I've used that as my basis. So first of all, I have 8 people in a mastermind. Okay, we'll talk about the finances afterwards and show you how to make this huge amount of money. But we look at 8 people in a mastermind. So you plus 8 or you plus 7, or however you want to do it. Now, if you do this weekly, that's great. Mastermind once a week will suit most people, and a mastermind should not last for anything longer than 90 minutes. It is insightful, it is impactful. Your clients are moving forward. They are on a platform to progress. So you don't want to string this out. You don't really want to string this out to 2 or 3 hours. That's going to bore your clientele. And ideally, I mean, if your clientele have got 2 to 3 hours to come to a mastermind each week, then it starts to raise questions in terms of their levels of productivity, efficiency, and effectiveness. So 90 minutes normally works a treat. And you make it weekly, okay? So let's just say that you've got Mastermind 1. Mastermind 1 runs on a Monday, and then it runs at, let's say, 7 p.m. every evening. Every Monday. And what you would do is all 8 people would join you on this private mastermind. So you might want it on a Google Meet or a Zoom or, something similar. And your mastermind has a focus. That's why people are paying you, okay? And they're paying you because they want to move forward with something in their life. Now, they might want to overcome a problem, but I like the things where they want to move forward and develop, because as soon as they've overcome a problem, what's next? So for me, for a mastermind, it's about moving forward. And I also like my masterminds to have at least a minimum of a 12-month commitment, right? So if you get a down payment, boom, in one go, awesome. If they're paying quarterly, fantastic. If you've got to get them to be paying monthly, then they could always drop out, and you don't really want that. So try and get a full 12-month payment, or at least a quarterly payment for your mastermind. And so you're going to need a vision, a purpose. What are they aspiring to do? So I'm just going to come up with a bog standard example. Let's just say this is business development for a particular niche. We'll go for real estate. I don't work with real estate myself, so it's a nice example to use. So your mastermind is about this. What are you going to do in this mastermind? Well, if you're looking at business development, you're probably looking at 2 or 3 different things, and you need to be concentrating on like 2 or 3 different things. If it's too vague, you need to it's going to be harder to sell, and you want people buying from you where they go, hey, you know what, I want that. So look at your niche, business development for real estate. What are the 3 things that they're really looking for? Now, that is not my area of expertise, real estate, but I imagine that number 1, they're probably looking for a flow of people who want to sell their property exclusively with them. That's number 1. And number 2, they probably want to have a nice steady flow of people who are intending to buy. It's number 2. And number 3 could be something else. We just leave it there. So you got 3 angles now, right, to this mastermind. Now, here's a really cool thing. What you do each week is mastermind starts, and you've got your 8 people in there, and you go around the room, you give everybody 30 seconds to remind the whole group of what their goal was for this week. And did they accomplish it or not? No excuses, no explanations. This was my goal for this week. I accomplished it. I didn't accomplish it. That's going to create accountability. Right. Then get in, deliver your presentation for the week. So the one subject that you're going to be talking about. So I've just said, we're talking about different leads and different types of clientele, but you might be talking about how to have easy accidental conversations, within that paradigm of the area of marketing that you're looking at, business development that you're looking at. So if you are working with real estate, or maybe it could be plumbers or what have you not, and they're looking at, hey, how do I get more leads in? Maybe this week your 8-minute presentation is about how to have accidental conversations where you can listen to people and start to network. That could be your presentation this week. So you deliver your presentation. If you want to put some slides in there or what have you not, fine. But deliver that for 8 minutes, okay? I think actually you can go up to 12, but 8 minutes is pretty cool. 12 minutes for a presentation is really long. Some people might think, I need to deliver a half-an-hour presentation. Well, no. I mean, really what we're looking about here is about a learning program, right? So what you've got to do is you've got to go get in there, deliver a really cool, insightful presentation. You might even want to chop it down to 4 minutes. There's a lot of information that you can give out into 4 minutes. So whether it's 4 minutes, 6 minutes, or 8 minutes, it doesn't matter. Go and deliver that presentation. Once you've delivered that presentation, you go around to each individual member in the group and you ask them for one observation. So they give an observation, an observation, an observation. Once they've gone around the group, it's like a 30-second observation, right? You got 8 people in the group all giving you a 30-second observation. That's 4 minutes taken out. Boom, gone. Then you can go around the group again and say, look, you've given your observation. Now I want you to come up with maybe a learning point. What did you learn? Or maybe they've got a question. Do you have a question, member number 1? Member number 1 goes, no, I don't have a question. Member number 2 goes, yes, I've got a question. Right. They've got 90 seconds to give you their question. They need to be really succinct, and you've got to reply within that 90-second time frame as well. Now, It might be the case where you can't. You've got to ask more questions to understand that question, but answer it with what you've got right now, and then you can carry on the conversation afterwards in a WhatsApp group, which I'll explain to you in a minute. So you go around all the members. Do you have a question? Yes, I do. No, I don't. Yes, I do. No, I don't. Every time they've got a question, you answer it. Boom. So you've done one presentation, you've gone around asking for a series of observations or a series of things that they've learned, and you've gone around, do you have a question? Great. That's the first third of the mastermind complete. Now you've got 8 members. So we're going to call the first 2 members, member A and member B. The third members are member C and D, E and F, G and H. You get the idea, right? 2 members that week are also going to deliver a presentation, but a presentation about an issue that they are overcoming within their business right now and they need support with. So member A and member B are already aware that they are going to deliver a presentation today. Keep their presentation short, 4 minutes, no more than that. Because if they start to go on and on and on, it's not good for them. It's going to bore your other clients as well. Now, if I've got a problem in my business right now that I want to overcome, if I can't put that problem together inside 4 minutes, there is an issue. Okay, so what I need to be doing is I need to be able to say, this is my problem. This is what member A should be saying. This is my problem. This is where it started. This is what I've tried to do to overcome it. This is where I am now, and this is where I'm trying to go. Give me some help. So they deliver that inside 4 minutes. And then we go around the members again, including yourself, and every member has 60 seconds or 90 seconds. You flex it out, but don't go any longer than 90 seconds to give that member A an answer. I have done this, I would recommend that. Or I have not done this, but have you considered this? Or I have not done this, but I know somebody that supports that. Every single member needs to give a unique answer. So member 6, 7, and 8 can't say, oh yeah, I like what member 2 said, go with that. No, we're looking for unique perspectives. Go around the group. Then it's the turn of member B to deliver their presentation about their issue. Same process again. They deliver their problem and where they're trying to go inside 4 minutes. And yeah, not 3 minutes, 4 minutes, inside 4 minutes. And then every single member around the room, you give them the nod. They then respond with a response, an answer. This is what has happened to me before. This is what I did. This was the result. Or even if it wasn't a positive result, this is what I did before, but it didn't work out for me. That's still an answer, and it's still a good answer. Or I can't help you in this occasion. You may want to try and speak to this person, or you might want to go and watch this YouTube, or you might want to go and read this book. They're all legitimate answers. What the group is doing is helping that one person move forward. So let me just give you a bit of a summary so far before I draw the conclusions on the mastermind. What you've got here is you have the niche with their desired way forward. So I picked business development for real estate, and they're looking for different types of leads to find people who want to sell their property and people who want to buy property. Right, it's just my example for this. Each week you meet at the same time, same day, same time. So Monday, 7 o'clock as an example. You deliver your presentation, you go around the room and you ask people for an observation, you go around the room and you ask people, or a learning point, and you go around the room asking people for a question, you answer it. Then one of the members delivers a presentation about their existing problem, and a member 2, or member B, does the same. Now, the other 6 members, they don't deliver their presentation today. The next 2 members will deliver their presentation next week. So effectively, from 8 people, they are all delivering a presentation about their problem once a month. Now, you might be thinking, wow, they're only delivering it once a month. You know, is that regular enough for them? Well, because you've got the niche dialed in with the same sort of future that they're all looking for, I might not be, if I'm a member of that mastermind, I might not be delivering a presentation today about my issue. But I will be learning from the mastermind owner, that's you. And I will be learning from the questions and the answers that are coming forward from the other members. So I am moving myself forward. And of course, at the top of the show, there's a level of accountability. So we've now done your presentation. Member A has done their presentation and member B has done their presentation. We now go around the group again and we ask each member, what is one thing that you learned today? And what is one thing that you liked today? And what you're doing there is they are then saying, yeah, I learned this. Brilliant. So now they're seeing value in the within the mastermind, which is great. You're also getting some feedback as well in terms of the things that they learned, which is super cool. After that, you go around the group again and you get them to all give a goal. Now that goal needs to be measurable. It can't, don't have a wishy-washy goal such as, oh, I want to reflect upon today, or I'm going to read a chapter of a book. That is a weak and not a really good goal for business development. A great goal for business development would be, I am going to speak to 20 people who could connect me to future customers in the next 7 days. That's a goal, right? That's something that's worthwhile doing within your business. So, I like it measurable. Have a number against it. I want to complete 3 deals over the next 7 days. I want to bring in $22,000 worth of revenue over the next 3 days. That's a goal. Write their goals down. That's a mastermind, right? That's a good concept of a mastermind, and you can deliver that each week. Now, the way to start this, and we're just going to pick on real estate agents or estate agents as they call them in the UK, and that's just as an example. It could be anybody. It could be coaches. It could be confidence building coaches, public speaking coaches, whatever. Go out there and go and speak to people. The best way to get your mastermind up and running is to open your phone, get your email list out, look at your Facebook contacts, your LinkedIn contacts, and all your other social media contacts, and go, right, okay, who could be interested in this? And literally pick the phone up, send them a message and say, look, can I have a conversation with you about it? Don't send an advert out. Don't create a website with some content on there. Look through your list, make a list of people of, let's say, 40 people, 80 people, 100 people, whatever it is, just exhaust that list. Who could be interested in this? And just leave them a voice note. Hey, Michael, it's David here. How you doing? I'm going to be putting a mastermind together to help business development for real estate agents. Can I have a quick 2 minutes with you, 10 minutes with you on the phone, just to tell you what it's about, see if you're interested? Michael responds back, hey, David, yeah, could interest me when you're free. Boom. Now you've got a conversation. What you do when you're in that conversation, you say, look, Michael, what is it that you're looking for right now in your business to develop your business? Michael will tell you what he's looking for. I'm looking to do this, looking to do this, looking to do this, looking to do this. Right, cool. So what we're doing is we're doing a mastermind. It's all within that field. We can help you on that. And then you give them a price. It's a session a week, so it's 4 sessions or 5 sessions over the month. And in between the sessions, we've got a private WhatsApp group so that you can share your questions in there. They'll get answered. We'll support each other. We'll move yourself forward. Michael's going to say, Sab, David, how much is it? Now, let's lowball it, right? Let's lowball it. So it's just an easy thing where price isn't an objection. Michael, $250 a month. Now, Michael's looking at expanding his business, developing his business going forward, right? It's $250 a month. And he's going, well, okay, that's 5 sessions. That sounds pretty reasonable. I get to learn from you, David. Brilliant. I get to learn from the other members. That's fantastic. There's a WhatsApp group in the background. $250 a month, count me in. Sounds fantastic. So you've got 8 people all paying you $250 a month. That's $2,000 a month for a 90-minute mastermind. Hello. Now, you have to prepare a new presentation every week. Oh, that's okay, right? So let's say you prepare your presentation on a Saturday, something on Sunday, Monday morning, no problem. Your first mastermind, Monday. Let's say it's 7 o'clock at night, just as an example. you do well. You fill it. You fill another one Tuesday night, and you fill another one Wednesday night. Okay. And your masterminds are doing well, and you speak to the group. Do anybody else could be interested in this sort of thing? So hold on a second. You've got Monday night, Tuesday night, Wednesday night, Thursday night, Friday night. 2,000 a mastermind. You've got 5 masterminds there. One a night, 5 nights a week. That's 10K a month. That's not bad, is it? What you're doing is you're creating one presentation and you're facilitating this mastermind. Then you go, oh, it's only an hour and a half. I'm doing that at, I don't know, let's say 6 o'clock in the evening. I can do one in the afternoon as well. I can do a lunchtime mastermind, or I can do a morning mastermind. I'll do a 10 a.m. mastermind or whatever. You can do two masterminds a day. They're only paying $250 a month. It's fantastic value. They're loving it. So if you did 5 a week, that's making you 10K. You do 2 a day, that's making you 20,000 a month. 8 people in mastermind 1 will pay you $250. That's 2K. 5 times a week, 5 evenings a week, that's 10K. But do it twice a day. That's 20K a month. Whoa. What if your mastermind was 500 a month? I mean, 500 a month for a mastermind's not a lot. That's what I've been charging. It's not a huge amount of money, 500 a month for somebody that has a business. They have a business name. They're a legitimate business. They pay their tax. It's also a tax write-off as well, isn't it? Because it's a cost. It's a business cost. So they can write it off against their tax. It's not an awful lot of money they're paying, really, is it? And you can either, let's just say that you've got 10 mastermind groups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Mondays 1 and 2, Tuesdays 3 and 4, and so on, right? You could put them all in the same WhatsApp group behind. I mean, you're only looking at 80 people. That's it. That's a nice tight community. If you wanted to, you can all have like individual communities. For Mastermind 1, there's 8 people there, and Mastermind 2, there's 8 people there. Or for all 10 masterminds, you can all put them in all one WhatsApp group and let them come together. If you really, really wanted to add some extra value on top of them, you could say, hey, you know what? I also do every Friday, I do a special 1-hour bonus presentation. It's not a mastermind. So you've got 80 people all paying you $250 a month or $500 a month, and you're making 20K a week or 40K a week. Maybe if you really want a month, maybe if you really want to, you do an extra hour for them as a proper presentation, or you bring a guest in and say, right, okay, I'm going to go out there and I'm going to go and bring a guest in. But if you're making 20K or 40K a month, you can actually go out there and probably afford to pay for a guest if you wanted to. And this is how you can really start to drive a community. Now, these people are locked in with you. They're locked in with you for 12 months. They know it's a minimum of a 12-month commitment, but they should stay with you longer anyway. So what do you do after that? Well, some of them are going to go, hey, David, you know what? I really enjoyed the mastermind. It is fantastic, but I'd really like to put the foot down on the accelerator and do some extended coaching here with you. Do you have a one-to-one service? Well, yes, I do have a one-to-one service. This is my price. Ooh. I'll take that. I'll take that as well then. Thank you very much. This is how you can make money. You might be thinking, oh, David, I can't charge 500. I can't even charge 250. I can only charge 100. I only feel comfortable with charging 100. Okay, well, let's say you only charge 100 a month. That's 800 per mastermind. And let's say you're only running 5 masterminds. That's $4,000 a month. Let's say you're running 10 masterminds. That's $8,000 a month. It's not a lot of money. And you can start doing that now. All you got to do is get your phone out, go through Facebook, go through all your social media connections, go through your Hotmail connections, boom, done. And you are in. You are good to go. Now, if any of you are out there watching this right now and you're thinking, David, blinking heck, you're all right here, you're mustard. This is good, but I need some more help on this. Why don't you speak to me? Why don't you say, hey, David, love what you're doing. I want to work with you, or I'm seriously interested in working with you. can we have a chat? Now, I'm not going to throw you into a program. I'm not going to do that. What I am going to do is I'm going to sit down with you and find out, A, can I help you? B, can we work together? And then we'll look at the finances afterwards. So thank you so much for being here. This has been amazing. I am now going to try and work out how to turn this off. I think it's called stop camera or remove from stage or something like that. So thanks for being here. Be awesome.